Alright guys, today we are turning this mated queen hive. It's really small, that you've seen in my previous videos. And we're going to join some bees to that queen out of this colony, do some shakes so that the queen is not stunted with her egg laying. Less bees means less coverage, means less eggs, means less bees. So we got to fix that. We cannot have a queen that's stunted with laying eggs. We have to have her so that she's laying to her full potential. I was really hesitant about doing it in this colony because I'm really trying to get them to grow up as much comb as possible. But after a lot of deep thought, I decided I'm going to trade some comb for some nice laying patterns for my new queen. We got some white comb, guys. I'm just going to show you this frame real quick. We got some progress. We had a crazy cold snap the other day, actually yesterday morning, May 23rd. I was so frustrated to wake up to see that it was literally, there was literally ice on my car. So anyway, let's get some bees in here. Pop this lid. Guys, I feel like you need to have about 10,000 bees, or right around that, to support a queen that's laying 1,500 eggs a day. And if you look down in here, those frames are completely covered. There's like 1 or 2 frames. There might be 1,500, maybe 2,000. But anyways, there's a nice frame of cat brood in there as well. All right, guys, we're going to shake some bees off. Turn these little tiny mating nooks. So these bees should not be even in the size of a 10 frame box. And I realize that. But we gotta find it. But it was a temporary thing until we could do some nice shakes. So we gotta make sure we don't shake our queen in there or we're gonna lose a queen. I don't think she's on there. I'm just going to do this over here. This was a huge frame of capped brood right here. The queen is on here. That's good. So obviously we're not going to shake this frame. We're going to set this frame aside. We're going to say, okay, queen, if you want this frame, if you want to claim it, that's fine. You can have it. What we're going to do now is set the frame of the queen on aside, and we're going to start shaking brood frames in here. See this? There's a bunch of milky white larvae in there. Some drones. There's a mated queen in here. We want these bees. We need to boost this colony. So, let's see here. I'm going to try to knock them. Okay? Okay. What I'm going to do, guys, I'm just going to drop this frame in there. I'm dropping it in here. I hate to sacrifice that brood because the honey flow's coming, but I would rather have a robust colony, sacrifice a little bit of honey, and have a nice robust colony over here that the queen can just go haywire on. See this? This is just a lovely frame of capped brood. Shake some bees in there. Let that queen say, hey, look, we can start growing now. I'm going to do this over here. It's right in here. So here we go. I think that's going to be good. That's going to be big enough boost for that colony. So we'll go to the next colony. So this is my queen. Queen's on this frame. After all these bees emerged, she's laying it up again. Drop it right in there. That frame right there. So this colony right here went from like 1,200 bees to like like one big shake, and then on top of that, we added another whole frame, not only covered with bees, but loaded with capped brood. That hive is on the verge and taking off like you wouldn't believe. This hive has momentum. The queen will not slow down. You'll keep her fed. Might get some pollen patties. We'll do whatever it takes. I mean, they're bringing in pollen, but we just want these bees to think that there's no way they're ever running out of food. We've got about a month and a half before the flow really swings into high gear. Let me just look in here again, see what we look like. That's a box of bees, boys and girls. That's a box of bees. Let's go. That's exciting. All right, guys. Many of you commenting like those hives were helpless, but you guys didn't know what I had in mind. These bee hives will now explode. I keep saying this. I have about a month and a half before my flow really kicks off. I have soybeans all around me. It's going to be insane. All right, guys. If you remember my other colony, my other split that had a mated queen, had a bunch of just capping the first eggs that she was laying the other day. We're going to go grab that colony, and we're going to take some shakes out of here to support that colony. All right, it would be good to find the queen before I did any shakes, because you do not want a chance shaking the queen into your mating nook. These bees, wow. They're a little grumpy with me, people, not gonna lie. All right, guys, when you're making bee shakes out of another colony, you must find your queen to your original colony first and set that frame aside, unless you want to have a destroyed colony because they or a colony that has no queen, because they will kill each other. Here's my queen. She is my oldest one. She is the mother of all queens here. She's all from all my grafts. This is queen. We should name her. What should we name her, guys? So these numbers are a little higher, not high enough, but a little higher than my other nook or mating hive. So they still need more bees. I might just do some shakes out of here, because guys, I gotta thank nearly all my bees that are right here won't even be alive. They won't live long enough to be there for my main flow. Our main flow. You guys are going to pull out some brood. I'm just going to go ahead and shake these bees in there. Don't know why they're on top board, but we're just going to go ahead and knock these bees into the split. Just like that. Okay. These bees in here. Okay. Sit like this. 1, 2, 3. All right. Drop this back in here. And here is a frame that I put in here about a week and a half ago. This was laying foundation, and they're pulling it out pretty good. Now I'm going to make sure I find the queen now. All right, guys, I actually did 2 nice size shakes. About 2 are the same size. I forgot to get the last one on the film, sorry. But same thing. I pulled out a frame and it was a healthy shape, a healthy amount of bees. And now this queen will have full swing and things. And she will be able to take off. I'm gonna go find a frame, fill that up. Also grab some foundation or something. And we will have a loaded colony right there. And this honey frame over here, guys, I took out. I wanted, I wanted to give this to my other split just to make sure that they had plenty of food so that they will not go hungry. So this is the brood frame right here that I put in. Remember, we're going to pull this out. This is just drawn comb. This colony will really take off now that I did all this. That little queen, I mean, not a little queen, but the little brood pattern that she had will turn into a large brood pattern. And now she will be able to cover several frames with eggs rather than just being stuck on that one little super. She just started laying about a week and a half or 2 ago. Guys, it's going to be so awesome to watch this little queen mate in that tiny little cluster and then equalize a little bit with bees that I don't really need for my honey flow. I will feed them, make sure this colony will still be able to sustain the amount of brood that the queen wants to raise. And same thing with that colony. I still have it apart and you go put it back together, and got this colony all loaded up, this little split all loaded up with bees. I'm gonna grab that frame of wax, of comb that I took out of there. Drop it in here, give her some space to lay. A lot of bees flew back, guys. I'm tempted to do one more shake. Shake them right in here. There we go. All right. Where's it at? All right, guys. I did 3 shakes in there. No, let's get this side back together. I did a little more shakes in there because I didn't give them all that brood like I did in the previous box. Oh, I forgot to put the inner cover back in. That's right, we'll do it some other time. Well, learned my lesson, guys. We're moving this colony a 1/4 mile away. I know that's not technically far enough, but it'll make a difference. I'll put something big in front of that entrance. All right, make sure we're all on track. All right, let's go ratchet strap this last one. All right, guys, it's been about 5 days, and these bees have been in this new location. I'm about 500 yards, a little over a 1/4 mile from where I shook these bees, from where these colonies were. I know that's not far enough, and if some of the foragers could easily go back, but I have them in a location, I have them facing the grass to help them reorientate. I put some stuff in front. Originally, I had this pile of grass in front of this back entrance So let's see. This is just a temporary spot I'm putting them, by the way. I'll move them back eventually. Let's see if the bee numbers stayed, and let's see if the queen is okay with all these new bees that I added. Let's check this split first. This is the split, of course. I did that one nice shake, and then I added that whole other frame that had a bunch of brood on it. And so it is early in the morning, so we might see a little bit of frustration, but I think you can already tell that all of these bees stayed. Now let's just check a frame, or one of these middle frames. So there's my queen. She's over here checking this area out. She's a beauty. She's looking nice. Alright guys, this next box is very interesting because I didn't add any new brood frames. I just did a bunch of shakes. And we have a bunch of bees in here. The interesting thing is that when I first came out and checked these bees about 24 hours later, the new bees I put in here did not yet accept the queen. Not that they killed her or injured her in any way, but they started making queen cells, not understanding that there was a queen in there yet. And they were acting like they were queenless. They had that queenless roar. And they were flying out, trying to be pretty aggressive with me. This is that honey frame that I added. Looking good. Okay. Every egg, every capped cell in here is from my freshly hatched or freshly emerged queen. Looks like we got a really nice pattern here. Can we see this? Can we see this pattern here? Check this side. See all that brood? It's just covered with bees and brood. That would be a pretty sight. I'm excited to see this next frame because it would be really cool to see a bunch of eggs over here. Because there hasn't been eggs on this next one. Never mind guys, this whole frame is covered in brood. There's my queen right there. Fresh eggs on this side. Guys, we're killing it. And this is just a honey frame over here. So, guys, we have a lot of bees in here. Enough bees in here for the queen to lay as much as she wants.